Welcome to Cocktails in the War Room. It must be 8:30 because that's when we go live on Facebook every night for the last 64 nights now. And it's our way of creating our own gang, our own mob, our own cult, our own religion, our own crew. We're the Land of Misfit Toys. And that's the way we like it. So every night at 8:30, we hang out here in my war room and we talk about the day and we give each other support and make each other laugh and talk about what the hell is going on outside the walls of our houses. And well, for me, since last night, I have done nothing but try to put spreadsheets together and print t-shirt mailing labels. Ben says, Carrie, can't wait to get my shirt. Well, Ben, click the links and order it. I announced 24 hours ago, just last night, that we were putting together kind of a limited run of Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts. And we announced them last night at 8:30. We put them on sale immediately through PayPal. And I am overwhelmed. You guys are freaking amazing. I can't believe how many we've sold over 300 t-shirts already. I would give you an accurate count, but every time I try to get a count, someone else buys them. So keep them coming, baby. I called Brian up at Whirlwind Productions that's going to be printing them in New Hampshire. And I was like, you might as well get some sleep this weekend, my friend, because I'm printing out a t-shirt order on Sunday night. And that is going to be the first run of the t-shirts. And Monday morning, you better get your ass to work because we got things to do. So if you missed the announcement about the t-shirts last night, pinned to the top of this page is a photo gallery with the artwork from the t-shirts, with the mock-ups of what they look like on the front and the back. And I'm not going to bore everybody that watched last night, but all of the links are there, and you have to click a separate link for each size shirt. It's the only way that we could kind of put the sale together as quickly as we could. And keep everything organized because there are some price differences on the shirts depending on the size. Small through extra large is $26, double X is $28, triple X is $29, and that is because there is an added cost on the actual t-shirts themselves, which by the way are made in the US, so we're helping out American manufacturing. They have been designed here in Massachusetts by my friend Christine at Latini Creative Solutions, and I think she did a fantastic job. I love the artwork. And then my friend Brian up in New Hampshire at Whirlwind Productions, who's been printing my shirts for over 20 years. His shirts have gone all over the world, including Iraq and Afghanistan. And he is going to be printing the shirts. And I was texting him last night after we got done on Facebook, and I was like, dude, you're going to have some printing to do. But the economy has, hurt a lot of local businesses. So, this is our way of helping out everybody. And of course, all the profits from the sale of the shirts. So once we take care of all of the businesses and we buy the actual t-shirts, any money that's left over is not going to me. It's going to the Massachusetts Military Support Foundation and their Food for Vets program. And I really want to make sure that you guys understand where all of these food distribution sites are. Go to their website, massmilitarysupportfoundation.org, and it will give you a complete list of food distribution sites. And if you are a veteran in need and you are looking for food assistance, there are a ton of places that you can go, and they're adding new places all the time. Agawam, Baldwinville, Barnstable, Bridgewater, Brighton, Danvers, Devons, Fall River, Foxborough, Framingham, Haverhill, Methuen, North Adams, Randolph, Rainham, Sandwich and Westport, plus there's a distribution site in Alton, New Hampshire, and I know that there are details on Maine, upstate New York, and some other locations that are going to be added soon. And that's where we're going to be donating all of the profits of the sales of these t-shirts. So we're helping out local businesses, we're helping American manufacturing, and we are helping our veterans in need during this crisis. And I can't thank you guys enough. So I have had a label printer. For anybody that knows me, I love being organized. I love color coding my calendar and organizing everything, and plastic totes with labels and manila folders. I'm just one of those nerdy, organized people. And if you ever saw footage of, like anything that had been filmed in my office, then it may look like I wasn't that organized of a person, but I am. And so I've had a label printer. Yes, there's a play date going on with the dogs. I've had one of those label printers for years and years and years and years and years. And so I came up with a system to print all of these shipping labels and get organized. So as soon as Brian sends me the first run of t-shirts, I can put all of my friends and family that have so graciously volunteered to social distance and pack envelopes to work. You guys killed my Dymo. Like my original Dymo label printer, oh, it's dead. I don't know exactly how I'm going to have a funeral for it, but you killed it. So I had to go get a new one. It's so old I couldn't even upgrade the software anymore, but literally it just gave up trying to print some of these labels. So I had to go and get a new one. So obviously I left the house today, and that meant that I got to go to Dunkin' Donuts, thank you very much, and got an iced coffee today. Sean says dogs, plural. Yes, there's a play date going on. Wednesday's best friend Zero is here visiting. And they're having a play date, so that's why there's so much barking going on. So you guys killed my Dymo, and I had to go and buy a new one. And this new one is so sexy. New software, new graphics. It can print 77 shipping labels a minute if I get that thing cranking. Oh, you guys have no idea. So the first thing I would like to toast to, after we toast to Armed Forces Day, so happy Armed Forces Day to everyone. Then I would like to toast to my new Dymo label printer, and no, they're not paying me for this free advertising. I just freaking love printing labels, and that's how I spent my afternoon. A funeral office space style, you guys keep saying. Hell yeah. So I will tell you that I spent the day putting a distribution site in place in my dining room and printing labels and organizing orders. And Michael says, love me a sexy label maker. Hell yeah. And putting counts together. So hey, do you want to come and say hi to everybody? So if you haven't ordered your shirt yet, oh, I'm ready, baby. Let's go. Let me have it. Bring it on. You're not kicking my ass. I spent the whole day counterpunching you guys with all your orders. It's freaking awesome. On a serious note, my goal in my head, my definition of success, over the years that, when you're putting together any kind of charitable endeavor, that if you make $1 more than the charity had before you started, it's a successful event. But, having a healthy goal and an achievable goal, not a bad thing. So in my head, I was like, you know what? It would really kick ass if we could sell 300 t-shirts. Like, it would be a really nice donation, and it would be, some great work for the local businesses, and that's a nice t-shirt order for the t-shirt manufacturers. I'm like, that would be great. And you guys have already gone past 300. I don't know what it is right now. Like I said, every time I try to get an order number, more orders come in. So it's over 300 for sure right now, which is just unbelievable. David said he just ordered one. Ordered mine this morning, says the other David. Tammy says, can't wait to get mine. I bet you slept with a smile on your face last night for a job well done. Jeff, to be honest, I didn't sleep very much at all last night. I was up until probably 4:30. The orders came in so fast and there were so many of them that I was like, what if they don't stop? Like how many? Then I started getting scared. Then I had this epiphany that this is why Jeff Bezos is the richest man on the planet, because fulfillment of online orders is serious freaking business. No wonder that guy's a trillionaire almost, because it's a lot of logistics to keep all of that together. And you guys have this bar set with fulfillment, with Amazon and that kind of stuff. And I'm just telling you, with me, like let's just knock it back a couple of pegs. Like, let's keep our expectations properly managed. I'm doing this in my house, in my dining room with a pug who needs to go outside every once in a while, or so she'll shit on the carpet. So I don't want to hear like, I ordered it. What, there's no Mistress Carrie Prime? No, there's no Mistress Carrie Prime. I got to get the shirts ordered. We had to take orders first, so we had money to buy them. It's kind of hard to do something to try and help local businesses and then go, hey, by the way, I'm going to need you to order a few hundred shirts. I don't know if they're going to sell, but you should just go ahead and spend your money ordering them. So now that we know we need to order at least 300, let's get this rolling. I ordered mine yesterday when you announced it. Thank you very much, Billy. Trish says, my brother ordered both of ours last night. Can't wait to get mine. I'm a masshole living in St. Louis. I can't wait to get mine, says Jim. Let me tell you this. Outside of the 6 New England states, which were all properly represented in the ordering, 14 other states around the United States, Hawaii, Utah, Kentucky, Texas, North Dakota. I mean, cocktails in the war room. We're taking over. Florida, California. I believe the count was 20 states total. So 14 plus the 6 New England states, which I thought would be pretty easy to check off the list. But I might have to get like a little map and start putting pins in it of where we're sending all of these freaking t-shirts, because it's awesome. And I couldn't believe that, I always wonder where you guys are watching this from. And I couldn't believe that. I was like, North Dakota, Ohio. Hey, beautiful girl. Do you want to come and say hi to everybody and thank them for ordering t-shirts from your mummy? Or do you just want to eat the pig in the face? You ate the squeaker, so it doesn't work anymore. What about this big dinosaur? Do you want this one? Where's the squeaker in this one? Where is the squeaker in this thing? Ooh, there it is. I should do puppet shows. Like a lot of cocktails. It's like cocktails in the war room after dark. Like when I'm 6 drinks deep and it's 2:00 in the morning and I show up on Facebook Live unexpectedly and I'm like, hey, time for the puppet show. All right, maybe not. But seriously, to go back to the question of how did I sleep last night, I didn't really sleep well last night. Come here. Come here and say hi to everybody and say, hey, my mummy was printing labels all day instead of playing with me because you guys ordered so many t-shirts. But she's not complaining, right? Don't you think it's awesome? Don't lick my teeth again. Don't you think it's awesome that so many people ordered t-shirts? Huh? Don't you think it's awesome? Oh, give me the belly. Give me the belly. Oh. All right. Here, bite the pig in the face. Or the dinosaur. Do you want the dinosaur? Yeah, you want the dinosaur. Eat the dinosaur. I'd stay up for that. Yeah. Pug snorts, yeah. Here we go. The pug face. My cat is meowing at the speaker. I apologize, Tracy. Eat that squeaker. So today was an incredibly successful day. And even if I don't sell any more shirts, you guys have already surpassed my expectations. And you have just proven to me how amazing you all are. And I love you guys for it. Scott says, followed her on Insta today. Yeah, my dog is starting to develop quite an Instagram following. If you want to follow her, it's Wednesday the Goth Pug on Instagram. And can I just tell you that after a 22, sorry, I'm touching my face. After a 22-year radio career and 29 years at a legendary rock station like WAAF, if the future of my media career is managing the social media for my dog, I'm going to need a lot more cocktails in the war room. Right, Wednesday? Am I going to be... Right? Like, Doug the Pug's got nothing on you, girl. Right? Yeah. Shake that pig. So, it's pretty awesome. Why are you so sad, Laura? Don't be sad. Sorry. Ugh, I'm sorry, hugs. I slept like crap too, Meep, says Krista. Oh, you guys are having a conversation amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm sorry. Whose birthday is it? Billy? Today's your birthday? Hold on, Billy. We got to celebrate your birthday in style. And I may have forgotten to wish everybody happy birthday yesterday because I was so... She's clawing on my back. Because I was so excited about the t-shirts last night. So, happy birthday to everybody whose birthday was last night. If your birthday is today, which I believe Billy is 44 from what I'm reading on here. Liberace was born on this date. Chris Novoselic from Nirvana was born on this date. And so was Janet Jackson. And her nipple at the Super Bowl, born on this date. Actually, I can't say that about the nipple because I'm not sure. Can I help you? What's going on? Do you want to sit on my lap? Do you want to just chill? Do you want the pick back? Do you just want to say hi to everybody? What's going on? I mean, you can just chill if you want. I think she just wants a little love. I think maybe I didn't pay enough attention to her today because I was so busy counting t-shirts and printing shipping labels. So happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating a birthday today. One more thing about the t-shirts. If for some reason I make a mistake, you got to give me some slack. Like, I have been so meticulous, but if a mistake slipped through the crack, like, what? Don't be mad at me, okay? Because there's a lot going on. I got a pug running around. It's craziness. I got a broken label printer. Dogs and cats living together. And by the way, Fred Willard died. Like, can 2020 just stop already? I mean, he died at the age of 86. He lived a fantastic life, a comedic genius. He was in so many amazing movies. But it just sucks when you lose people like that just kind of fill the world with joy. So to Fred Willard, thank you for making us laugh all those years. We love you. Oh, I was so sad when I read that today. And did you know that today is the 10th anniversary of the passing of Ronnie James Dio? I cannot believe it was 10 years ago. Now, if you go to the photo albums on this page, I believe there is an LA, or Mistress Carrie Takes LA photo album. And the last time I went to LA, I went with Stiz. And we spent the day driving around some of the more famous cemeteries around the Los Angeles area. And we went and found Ronnie James Dio's grave, who is right across the cemetery, like looking at each other from Lemmy from Motorhead. And there are some amazing pictures of Ronnie James Dio's grave. I mean, he's got planters with devil horns. But I just can't believe that he's been gone 10 years already. It just doesn't make any sense. Sean says Fred Willard will be in Space Force at the end of the month. So there you go. Like this new show that's coming out on Netflix called Space Force that's starring Steve Carell is going to have Fred Willard in it, and he's not even here anymore to be able to enjoy exactly how freaking funny it's going to be. Christina says, like I said last night, 2020 is a dumpster fire. Yeah. Amy says, I loved him in Best in Show. I vote to fast forward to 2021, says Heather. I totally agree. Jason says it all started with Kobe and his daughter dying, and then it's just been downhill. Here's my question. Did the Black Crowes announce them getting back together before or after Kobe Bryant died and before or after WAAF got sold? Because all of that stuff kind of happened all around the same time. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe the Black Crowes even happened before then. It just really set the tone. It sent shockwaves like, wait, the Robinson brothers are friendly again? Hold the fuck on. And then the world just went. Eric says Forest Lawn in Glendale is amazing. Yeah, the Hollywood Forever Cemetery is also unbelievable. That's where Mel Blanc is, and where Judy Garland is, where Chris Cornell is. Just really, really beautiful. What are you doing over there? Hey, do you want the pig? No, she doesn't want the pig. I think she wants the Snoopy Frisbee that she got in the post office box as a gift. Yeah, that's what she wants. Bring it over here and I'll throw it for you. You should make friends with Mike Shue. He throws Frisbees really good. Discs, he calls them, for disc golf. Although Mike Shue thinks that pugs look like flaccid penises, so I don't know if we want to go throw discs with Mike Shue. Do we, Wednesday? He can be a meanie sometimes, Mike Shue. Let's see. Oh, tonight is the first night that the sun set after 8 o'clock. Daylight, daylight. Now, of course, daylight means that protests can last even longer because there were, see, there she is with the Frisbee. There was quite a few people protesting outside of the governor's house today, telling him to reopen the state. They were not happy. I just think they were looking for a reason to go outside because it was so friggin' beautiful today. I know how beautiful it was because I was sitting near an open window while I was printing t-shirt labels. Right, Wednesday? All right, you can just sit there with your Frisbee. She's gotten some amazing gifts in the post office box, and she loves every single one of them. So thank you to everyone that has sent Wednesday toys. She is spoiled, as you can see, and she absolutely loves all of her toys. So thank you so much. I remember when Fred Willard played Amy Barone's very religious father on Everyone Loves Raymond. He's been in so many things. He was in Spinal Tap. I mean, he's amazing. Let me see. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? As far as logistics go, Massachusetts once again had an uptick in positive cases, but a lot of it is because there's been an uptick in testing as well. There have been 1,512 new cases in the last 24 hours, and Massachusetts has lost 5,705 people to the coronavirus. Nationally, there are 1.435 million cases and 87,315 fatalities, according to the CDC's numbers today. So that's what we're looking at today. What is she doing down there? Wednesday? Hey. She just threw her Frisbee on the floor instead of throwing the pillows on the floor. Nope, I spoke too soon. There she goes. For anyone that's new to Cocktails on the War Room, every time Wednesday makes an appearance as my co-host, the pillows on the couch don't last very long because she takes it upon herself to knock them all off. So, Wednesday, what are you doing? I also wanted to thank my friends Matt and Brian for helping me with some Excel spreadsheet wizardry because they're helping to keep all this situation incredibly organized. Hold on, I have to throw a Frisbee for a pug. You want to go get it? Go get it. Here she comes. I can't wait to take her outside with this Frisbee and throw it and see how far she chases it before she just gives up and lays down in the grass. Hey, what are you doing? Give me that. Give me that. A lot harder to play tug of war with a Frisbee. Rah! Rah! Look at how vicious she is. Wouldn't she scare the crap out of you, all 16 pounds of her? Oh, Fred Willard was in How High too. He played the dean of the college they went to. I'm telling you, like, he is just one of those guys that had, no matter how big or small the role was, like, he stole the show every time he was in a movie. And it just, I know that when people get old like that, like 86 years old is an amazing life, but he's just one of those guys that you just never wanted to see go. Travis says, decals, would like one for my new motorcycle helmet. I am digging through. I will make you this promise. Everybody that bought a t-shirt, I am trying to put some surprises in the shirts packaging as well. So I am digging through all of my archives and collections and trying to find some little extra things that I can give you guys. Wednesday, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you want to just come over here? Can I put the pillow back up on the couch? Here, eat the dinosaur. There you go. There you go. Right for the jugular. Ah, that's why they're extinct. They were hunted by pugs. So don't get your hopes up, okay? I'm not going to be, putting in all kinds of crazy things because that's just going to drive up the shipping costs and it'll mean less money to the charity. But I do want to put some little surprises in there. So anything that I can put in those envelopes, if I can find enough so that everybody gets a little something extra, I will do that because you guys have gone above and beyond, and I feel like I need to go above and beyond for you guys. So is her friend a pug too? No, you guys met Zero before. No, she's not a pug. She's a much bigger dog, and she's really teaching Wednesday how to do dog-like things. But she's a lot older than Wednesday, so they play for like 15 minutes, and then she'll just go and chill for a while, and Wednesday will continue to be a pill until she decides it's time to take a 4-hour nap. Right? I will tell you, like, it has been really nice being home and being able to sleep in the morning and like spend a little quality snuggling time with her in the morning. It's been like really kind of one of my favorite things. And I hate to get up in the morning, but getting to get up in the morning with her and like snuggle with her has been really nice. Okay, so she's still being a psycho over there. So I went digging through more of my archives and I found, I'm trying to do a show. See everybody? See everybody up there? Everybody's up there. See them? Over there. See? No, over here, Wednesday. Up there. In there. See them all? What's going on? Do you want me to move the camera a little bit so that you can just be on the whole time? Is tonight going to be one of those nights where you're just going to take over the show? Is this the Wednesday show with her co-host, Mummy? What's going on? Thank you. I have no idea what she's doing right now besides sometimes she doesn't even want to come in here. You guys see it. Sometimes I call her and I call her. No, she just wants to play. She keeps bringing me toys. Like, can you stop ignoring me? Those people that you keep talking to in your phone make you so busy. Right? I will also make you this promise that as we move forward and I start making all kinds of other really cool stuff, Wednesday we'll have some dog stuff for your dogs. It's all part of the master plan if I can figure it all out. Right? Oh, did you guys notice my shirt? Look at this bad boy. My old Robert Plant shirt. I saw him quite a few times on that Now and Zen tour, and this is when he came back and sold out a couple of shows at the, what is now the Xfinity Center, but what used to be Great Woods, what will always be called Great Woods to people that have been going there for years. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. All right, do you want to just sit? Do you want to just sit? You're so crazy tonight. I know. Patty says, I did. I couldn't figure it out. What do you mean, Patty? What can't you figure out? I'm pretty sure somebody in the war room can help you figure out almost anything. Yes, doggy merch. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. If I can not screw things up in the next few months, I got a lot of plans. So just hold tight. Be patient with me, but there's a lot going on. Cocktails in the war room masks. I'm really hoping that by the time I figure out all of the web stuff and whatever, that we're not going to need the masks anymore, but who knows? Son of a biscuit, just burned myself with a new iron, steam, not metal. Well, it works. Well, there you go. Joe says, saw Robert Plant and Jimmy Page when they had the honey drippers, or the honey dippers, sorry. Where? The honey drippers, yeah. Oh, I just lost all your comments. I'm sorry, everything's scrolling so fast. Your t-shirt will no doubt make it into the space station at some point. Hold the phone, Walter. How are you going to get my t-shirt on the space station? I need all the information right now, immediately. What do you need? How are we getting the shirt on the space station? Can we freeze-dried cocktails? Like, can we make ginger beer into a powder and send it up there? I need more information. Walter, you know how badly I want to go into space. You let me know how we're going to get my shirt up there. I just want a picture, man, and make it so people can't say it's photoshopped. Just let me know. Bert says, how is Shu? Shu is good. We text several times a week, and, you know, it would be really nice if, like, we could hang out. Like, I really miss, like, going and hanging out with Mike. How can I get a shirt, says Colleen. Colleen, go to my Facebook page right at the top. It's pinned. The first thing on the Facebook page is the photo gallery that says Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts. And there's a whole list of links. So pick the size you want, click that link. Either use your PayPal account or you just use a credit card through PayPal and we can process the order. Super easy. I made it pretty easy as I could, considering that I'm locked in the house. So let people know in the comments if you're having trouble and people can help you out. He could come by and wear a mask. He could. I would really like him to not have to wear a mask, so I'm kind of holding out hope that, like, we're just going to be able to hang out in the war room together and not have to sit 6 feet apart with masks on. Like, that would be great. Diva says PayPal took like a minute. Carry in the war room for space. Like, seriously. Now that the Pentagon has said that, you know, UFOs are real, like, I want to go into space even more. I just got to win Powerball first, because is it Virgin Galactic is supposed to be the first commercial space flights, and there were like $250,000 a seat, and that was like 10 years ago. Jay wants to know, did I announce sales numbers yet tonight? I announced sales numbers the best I could. It's over 300, but literally every time I check it, the number changes. So it's over 300 right now. Sarah says the Jacoby Sully hometown sessions was fantastic. Yeah, Sully show hometown sessions on his YouTube channel. It's on every Tuesday and Thursday, and it's really, really good. And Jacoby, you know, he's always been such a sweetheart, and the two of those guys together is pretty good. The War Room citizens just lifted the ban, says Eric. Will says, wait, UFOs are real? Yeah, they confirmed that those videos the fighter jets took of the flying things was real. UFOs are real. Lynn says, just ordered my shirt. Awesome. Thank you. F-15 ride. Why not space next? Mark, I already proved that I'm not going to puke. I also proved that I passed out for 3 seconds, but with some more training, I can probably make it into space. Ed wants to know if I've talked to LB. I have not talked to LB. I talked to LB the last day we were on the air. I've talked to a few people that have talked to LB, but he's laying pretty low right now. But he knows that we love him. And, you know, there's been a lot going on with everybody. And I've tried really hard to keep in touch with everybody. But at the same time, there's been so much going on with me and, you know, just family stuff and life stuff, trying to find a job stuff. But I miss the big man. Want to work at my FCC Part 15 radio station, says Bert. I don't know. Tell me how the dental plan is, Bert, and we can have a conversation. You will definitely have to get your t-shirt in the skydiving realm. Oh, that's definitely happening. I was actually joking with some of my skydiving friends today that if the coronavirus wasn't a thing, like we would have been skydiving today, 100%. It was so beautiful. Melissa says UFOs, murder hornets, you name it. Exactly. I know. The hand grenade olive is brilliant. I love it. Ordered my shirt today, says Sandy. That is my friend Neil. That was his original idea when I told him that I wanted to make artwork for Cocktails in the War Room. And Christine just took the idea and ran with it and did a fantastic job. And they are so awesome. What about the morning show people? I hear from Danielle every now and again. We send each other messages and little Instagram things. I mean, we all kind of keep in touch through social media, but everybody, like those guys, Hillman and Danielle, are still working every day. So everybody's lives are so stressful and weird right now. It's just, the whole world is just crazy. Jeff says, I love the design too. Thank you guys so much. I'm not taking credit for the design. I had some ideas, but it really is unbelievable when you work with someone that can take an idea that you have and actually put it, like it's the mark of a true artist that can take some kind of inspiration for music or painting or graphic design or whatever and go, oh, I know what that should look like, and actually make it a thing. I wish I had that ability. I don't, but I'm fortunate enough that I'm surrounded by people that have that ability because I have a lot of harebrained ideas, and I'm lucky enough to have a bunch of people that can actually bring them to fruition, which is awesome. Better late than never. Hi, guys. What's up, Jesse? Thanks for joining us. No problem on being late. Would you ever consider working for 99.3 or 98.5? Or I would consider working with anyone. It just depends on the situation. And it's got to be something, I mean, there's a really high bar. I had the most amazing job for 22 years and I loved it and was surrounded by amazing people that were creative and hardworking. And so I just want to be in a place that feels like that. Why am I not at WEEI? Because I'm not a sports broadcaster. The idea of sitting around and analyzing baseball statistics makes me want to stab an ice pick in my nostril. Like, no way. I mean, I love sports, don't get me wrong, but I would rather sit around and talk about guitar riffs and the best rock and roll drummer and argue about, you know, who was the more influential grunge artist or, you know, any of that stuff. But sitting around talking about sports like that, no. Let's see. My husband said the same thing about you working at 98.3. You know, you guys know where I'm at. Every night at 8:30, I'm right here. I still haven't finished my resume, but I'm working on it. AF outlived BCN. That's saying something. Oh, trust me. For years, I don't know if I told you guys this story, but for years, I had a bottle of Dom Perignon in a box that was on my desk at the radio station for years. And anytime a record company person or a band manager or anybody came into my office, they'd go, oh, what's in the box? Is there really a bottle of Dom in there? And I would say, oh yeah, that's for the day that BCN goes off the air. And they would laugh because the notion that AAF could put BCN out of business was just so foreign to them. Like it was just never happen. And the day that it happened, I must have gotten 150 calls from people like, please tell me that you're drinking that champagne. And we drank it chilled out of styrofoam cups because that's AAF style. And we did the same thing when AAF went off the air. EBJ brought a very nice bottle of wine in the last day we were there to say goodbye. And we drank that motherfucker right out of the bottle. We didn't need crystal glasses or paper cups. We were just pre-coronavirus passing it around. And there's pictures of Mike Shue and I outside in the parking lot. And he's got that bottle. He finished it off. And I was spraying pink champagne around the parking lot. And just because it's expensive doesn't mean we have to treat it like it's expensive. So we drank it old school rock and roll style. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to where I want to go, I'm more concerned with being surrounded by people that are passionate about what they do. AAF was always a place that if you weren't passionate about being there and you didn't love being there, you didn't last very long. Because the rest of us were willing to, literally bleed for the place. And, I want to work for a place like that again. So, bye, Diva. Go back to work, you essential worker. So if I can find a place like that, that would be great. Jay says, what was the final AAF song played? Curious, BCN's final tune was perfect. I'm sorry, but I think AAF did a better job of picking our final song than BCN did. Because there was a lot more meaning behind our song, and it was badass. Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath. Going into midnight, Ozzy being the only artist that stayed current with new music for all 50 years of WAF's career. The Black Sabbath debut album came out 5 weeks before we hit the air, and Ozzy's new album came out a week before we went off the air. It was perfect going into midnight when we knew the switch was getting flipped to a Christian station. That's one thing we got right. Mike Shue and I and Joe, our boss, we can pat ourselves on the back for that one because we know we got that one right. And we're very proud of that decision. So, everybody's asking, like, did you look here? Did you look there? Guys, we're in the middle of a pandemic and every radio company has laid people off. Now is not the time to try and unfortunately find a new job in radio. That's been part of the problem. That's why I'm not on the air yet, is that the industry, the whole music business is kind of frozen in time right now, which is why I'm hanging out here in the War Room with you guys, trying to raise money, selling cocktails in the War Room t-shirts, because the rest of the world outside is a little cuckoo crazy. All right, so I was telling you before Wednesday came in here and started headbutting me with a Frisbee that I started digging through some more of my archives, and I found some more of the stuff that I wrote when I was in Afghanistan in 2011. And you guys all had such a great response to the other stuff that I read to you guys that I thought I would dig out another one. So this blog post was called What I Learned at Kia, and Kia is Kabul International Airport. So in case you weren't aware, I hate to be repetitive for the diehards that know every single story I've ever told, but there's a lot of people that join us in the War Room that may not know that in 2011, I was an embedded reporter with the QRF platoon of the Mass Army National Guard, commemorating the 10th anniversary of 9/11. My producer, Mike, and I landed at Kabul International Airport on a civilian aircraft. We flew from Boston to London, London to Bahrain, Bahrain to Kabul. We landed alone, no security, went through customs and immigration. My luggage got lost for 3 days at Heathrow that had my body armor in it. We were 45 minutes late coming out of the airport because I was trying to figure out where the hell my luggage was. And we had quite the trip. And when we finally got settled at Camp Phoenix, which was the base in Kabul where we were based out of, where our platoon was that we were embedded with, this was the first blog that I wrote upon arrival, talking about some of the lessons that Mike and I learned in our journey from Boston to Kabul. So I finally had some time to sit down in front of a computer and try to explain what the last 48 hours have been like. In one word, crazy. Mike, my producer, and I got to Logan Airport at 6 a.m. on Saturday, September 3rd. We were allowed to park in a super secret parking lot close to the gate. Our friends Tim and Barbara served as our chauffeurs, so we didn't have to take out a loan to keep our cars at the airport while we were gone. We were met curbside by a friend with a really awesome badge who helped us navigate the check-in process and airport security. Our trip was a complicated one. Boston to London, London to Bahrain, Bahrain to Kabul, total travel time 27 hours. We got upgraded to first class the first leg of our journey, but after that, Mike and I were very close in coach. In London, we had barely enough time to get across the airport to make our connection. Those shuttle bus drivers are nuts. And in Bahrain, Mike and I found an Irish pub to toast the guys before we got into Afghanistan. And once we landed, we went through immigration in just a few minutes and headed to baggage claim. And it turned out that my bags were flagged by security in London because of the body armor, and they never made the Bahrain connection. I got the numbers for the airline and headed through immigration, and as soon as we left the airport doors, we were loaded into MATVs and driven through downtown Kabul to Camp Phoenix. Here are some of the lessons that we learned along the way. Getting through security at Logan is a hell of a lot easier when you're accompanied by a guy with a really cool badge. When checking bags, if you have military orders, present them at the beginning of the process. It will save you time and lots of money, especially when checking body armor. Savor every Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. You never know how long it will be without one. Flying first class is awesome, period. Jack and Coke at 9 a.m. is okay when your final destination is Afghanistan. And by the way, fruit cups rule. I said that because when we got upgraded to first class, they brought us the most decadent and delicious fruit cup Mike and I had ever eaten, and we had it on an airplane where normally you don't even want to eat anything. And we couldn't stop talking about how friggin' good the fruit cup was. It brings back fond memories all the way back to 2011 because it was so freaking good. I digress. London drivers are far worse than Boston drivers. In-flight entertainment on Gulf Air includes Cheers, Happy Days, NCIS Los Angeles, and Barney in Arabic. Watching the sunrise over Baghdad from the window of a plane is pretty damn cool. It was very strange for me, just as a side note, that we flew over Baghdad, and 5 years earlier on that very day, I was on the ground in Baghdad because I was embedded with troops in 2006 in Iraq. So it was very strange to look out the window and see the sunrise over Baghdad and know that I had just been there 5 years before on that very day. People in Bahrain appreciate Linkin Park. It was playing at the airport upon arrival. Fanny packs are all the rage in Bahrain. Bostonians will find an Irish pub anywhere one can be found, even in Bahrain. And Malibu and pineapple is perfectly acceptable for breakfast. There is no one with purple hair in Afghanistan. Well, correction, there was no one with purple hair in Afghanistan. The reason why we beat the Brits during the revolution, their bags didn't make their connecting flight. More to come. So that was just a little blog of what the journey was like, the 27-hour trip from Boston to Kabul 8.5 years ago now. It's just kind of crazy that it's been that long. But every night I try to share something out of the war room, and luckily I printed a lot of the blog posts that I wrote during that trip because they can't be found online anymore. So I'm really happy that I printed them. Otherwise, I wouldn't have access to them anymore. So there you go. And now, like we do every night, I dig through the New American Bartender's Handbook and give you guys a drink recipe so that you can use up some of those dusty liquor bottles in the back of your bar while you are locked in the house. Hopefully not for too much longer. This is called a Black Maria, speaking of coffee. An ounce of vodka, an ounce of dark rum, and 4 ounces of coffee. Shake the ingredients, strain into an ice-filled old-fashioned glass, and serve. That's called a Black Maria. And I am a firm believer that coffee is good at all hours of the day or night. And if you're going to put liquor in it, it's even better. So that is your drink recipe from the War Room tonight. Thank you, ML. I appreciate that. There's a bunch of writing. And I know somewhere I have some of the stuff that I wrote when I was in Iraq in 2006. I'm going to have to dig deeper into the archives and find those, but I will dig and see if I can track them down. You still need to pick up a copper mug. Wait, what? I have my copper mug right here. My official Karina Mistress Carrie Cocktails in the War Room 2020 mug that she sent to the post office box. Eric says there's never a dusty bottle of liquor in this house. Touche, Eric. Touche. I know I keep talking about the post office box. If you guys want the address, it is Mistress Carrie, P.O. Box 106, Leominster, Massachusetts, 01453. And if it's legal for you to send it, feel free to send it. I know that El Prez from Barstool has been sent animals. Please do not send me animals, but you can send me whatever you want at the P.O. Box. It's Mistress Carrie, P.O. Box 1086, Leominster, Mass. 01453. So there you go. A huge thank you once again to you guys for all of the t-shirt orders already. I'm overwhelmed and just so excited that we found a way to make a difference, to help our veterans in need, to help local businesses, and also to help American manufacturing. And we figured out a way to do it together through the War Room, which is just amazing to me. So you guys are amazing. I love you guys so much. Keep the t-shirt orders coming. We're going to keep Brian up at Whirlwind Productions very busy next week when he starts printing these bad boys. And as soon as I get the first shipment of printed shirts, we're going to get them packed up and sent out to you guys ASAP. So, Trina, would you like one of my homemade masks? Hell yeah, I would. Send it away. You guys got the address. Send whatever you want. That would be, is the atmosphere glitching, Marcy wants to know? God, I hope not. The Black Maria, an old blues song, says Lisa. And a very tasty drink with coffee and rum and deliciousness. Aloha from the beach in Maui. So jealous. But there's t-shirts on their way to Hawaii because I know that I know there's a shipment going there. Sean says Hillman better give your shirts a plug on Monday. Well, he's still got a radio show, so if he wants to plug them, I'll take the plug. Otherwise, I'll just plug away here from the War Room on Facebook. And don't forget, guys, if you guys are taking selfies during Cocktails in the War Room, make sure you tag me on Twitter at Mistress Carrie and on Instagram at Mistress Carrie WAF, and let me see the pictures that you guys are taking. And obviously, when the t-shirts start getting shipped out, I want pictures of you guys wearing them. I can't wait to see them. I'm so excited for you guys to get them. I'm just excited that you guys are as excited as I am about just putting them together. So you guys rule. You have made my last 24 hours one for the ages, I'm telling you. So thanks to all the healthcare workers, thanks to all the first responders, the National Guard troops, all the truck drivers, the delivery people, the people in the stores, stocking the shelves, the cashiers. We love you guys. Thank you guys for doing everything that you do. And this is number 64. And tomorrow night at 8:30, I'll meet you right back here in the War Room for number 65. Cocktails in the War Room. Good night, guys. I love you.